All right, here we are on a beautiful Lake Havasu City day, late afternoon. Actually not late afternoon, about mid-afternoon, looking at an absolutely beautiful split bumper 1970 Chevy Camaro RS Z28. We're going to walk around and tell you what we know like we usually do, and let you take this one in. This is a beautiful car. We're handling several cars out of a collection here, multiple vehicles, up to about 30 vehicles out of this collection, and this is a really special car. It was the owner's favorite. It's actually one of my favorites in the collection too. Very well done, well documented, especially well documented. We've went over all the numbers. I spent several days here going over this car and all of the muscle cars. There's several muscle cars in the collection and street rods, that kind of thing. But the muscle cars, I went through all the numbers. We'll actually have it up on the lift for you here. This car is well documented. The prior owner, this particular owner, purchased this car in 2007 and then went on to do the full nut and bolt rotisserie style restoration on this car that was well into six figures, put it that way. Nicely done. He bought it from a gentleman out of Texas. It was built in Van Nuys, and the gentleman out of Texas had owned it about 30 years, and he was believed to be the third owner of the car. So this particular owner is the fourth owner of the car, and you would probably be the fifth. We have all the documentation. We went through the file. We're going to spend some time actually in the video here, so you want to hang on to the end of this video where we'll cover a lot of stuff, all the documents that are included with the car, that kind of thing. 360 horse, 350, like it would have been. All the numbers we've went over, we've documented it. We provide enough information for anybody to make an educated decision, and we provide pictures of all the major components on the car and spend a lot of time. So if you have questions, go to Spud's Garage where there's going to be more photos and stuff. There's no way I'm going to cover it all in the video here. Original Cortez silver car. Again, as I mentioned, a very thorough nut and bolt style restoration on this car. It has a M21 4-speed on it. Again, all the numbers are correct there, but we're going to let you decide, and we'll have photos of those for you at Spud's Garage and actually cover them on video here shortly at the end of the video. Beautiful body. All the gaps, door gaps and hood gaps and everything are just spectacular. A high-end finish on this car. It's had limited miles. It was completed in 2009. This car was a Muscle Car of the Year finalist for Good Guys in 2009. Authentic down to every nut and bolt. All the paint dabs on the car are all done according to specifications that they could acquire, and somebody that restored it knew what they were doing, I can tell you that. It's a beautiful car. Factory rally wheels on it. We have pictures of the car prior to restoration. Spend some time here. There's a couple spec sheets. There's a window sticker here that lists the options on the car. Z28 Rally Sport Package, 350 LT1, 360 horse, M21 4-speed, 373 Posi, 711 standard trim interior, original AM FM radio. We'll walk around and cover this stuff for you. Rear window defogger. It's 1414 Cortez silver. It has a Copo 9796 style rear spoiler on it. We'll spend some time in the trunk and show you all the mounting points on that. You can decide if that's an original Copo spoiler. This car is just like brand new. In fact, better than brand new. Everything's just right about it. Again, I've spent a lot of time with this car. You would be hard pressed to find a nicer one on the market, I'm going to tell you that. Spud's Garage, we know what we're doing, and we look at these cars very thoroughly and fairly, and somebody's going to be real happy with this car. Has the deluxe seat belts in it with the overhead shoulder restraints on it. You'll see them up there. They're all correct. Rear seat belts are all in the car. All the weather strips, door jamb to door jamb. There's no paint line here, anything like that. It's tight and crisp on almost every panel as we spent time with this car. Again, door jamb to door jamb, very nice. Shut the door here for you. I just pushed that with one finger. Z28 badges on the fender. Again, rally wheels, correct rally wheels, Goodyear Polygas GT F60 15s, including the spare. We'll actually spend some time in the trunk with you here. Original jack kind of style. Everything in there, original factory matte. I know the lighting's a little bit weird there through the tree, but that's what I got right now. Again, we're going to spend time up on the lift, but every line is crisp. The body panels are whistle straight. And again, this is a 6-figure restoration on this car, not counting the cost of the car. And the gentleman's owned it since 2007. Repeat that the prior owner owned it for over 30 years, and we have all the documentation from his purchase to this purchase. He states retrieving the original tank sticker between the fuel tank and the all we have is a copy of that. We'll have that at Spud's Garage for you and share it with you as we go through the file. It has the optional rear window defroster, which is basically a blower fan in the back window here. Rear speaker. Beautiful. There's a little tiny door chip right there. Other than that, I haven't been able to find anything on it. There's a door, somebody opened up the door on the edge of something. All the correct stickers and paint dabs are all the way throughout this car. We'll spend time underneath the hood here in just a minute, and then of course up on the lift at the end of the video like we always do. I like this car. This is a very nice car. There'll be a lot of people that like it too. Cortez silver is a very desirable color. When the owner purchased it, it was finished a Daytona yellow style with known history. Again, we'll hang on. We'll go through that file with you. Spent most of its time in Texas prior to Lake Havasu City, where it's dry and this thing's spotless. I almost dropped my camera there. Dash pad fits beautifully. Has the 8 grand redline tack on it. Emergency brake I set here. Odometer reading at the time of inspection here, I believe I can get that right, is 61068. The needle's covering it. Correct gauge pack in this car. I probably should get that window sticker and read off the options. Don't know if that's an original window sticker or not, but they have a copy of the original build sheet, so they can support each other. AM FM radio. Remote mirror passenger side over here was an option. We're gonna go ahead and fire it up here. Starts instantly. The shift gate's perfect. We haven't really warmed the car up yet. I couldn't tell you if the clock works or not. Usually they don't. Gas gauge is on full. Amp gauge is reading right. The radio will work. We don't run the radios very long because YouTube gets mad and say you do some kind of copyright or something. Very nice. Very nice. Didn't build a lot of these cars. We'll have specs at Spud's Garage. Alright, let's get underneath the hood here. Just like the rest of the car, all the way throughout is a very high level, high quality restoration, authentic style. We'll have all the numbers and stuff posted at Spud's Garage. I'll show you the data tag here underneath the hood. A picture of that will be at spudsgarage.com. 350, 360 horse Z28, RS Z28. Factory powertrain in this car. We'll actually have pictures of the suffix pad here where the stamps are there. Very authentic. All the numbers on this car. We've torn them apart, but we actually took this bracket off and pulled it so we could get a good shot for you. We're going to provide way more information than most advertisers do. Allow you to make an educated decision on this car. Very, very nice. Nicely done. Nicely restored. Known history. all the stuff that I've said in the previous video. I actually took the air filter off here to take a picture of the bottom of the air filter for you, the housing, so, and get the list number off the carburetor. Again, all those pictures will be at spudsgarage.com. Factory air pump system on it, all the exhaust manifolds. I took pictures of those numbers for you. Original California emissions car, all intact. All the paint dabs are done. You'll see the paint dabs on the suspension, the alternator pulley there, the fuel pump down there. All hose clamps, GM hoses were utilized. GM Delco battery here. Beautiful, just beautiful. Mazda has power disc brakes on it. Has a M21 4-speed transmission. All the numbers appear to be correct on that too. Again, we'll have all those numbers for you at Spud's Garage. Has a 373 Positrack rear differential. There's no way I'm going to cover it all in the video here as we go around. We just try and give you a cursory feel. Make sure you go to Spud's Garage. We've taken photos of a lot of the items on the car. There's a Winters insignia on the intake manifold. Anyway, we think you get the idea. Definitely hang on to the end of the video. Go to spudsgarage.com. Have a great day. This is a beauty. All right, we'll take you into the trunk here and share with you what we see, and we'll cover a few things that I covered the restoration file on the car. You'll see it post this or after this section of the video. Want to cover it with you. The Goodyear tire, obviously full spare, jack, mats, OEM style mats. Again, this is a very high level restoration on this car. Very few miles since it was complete, an exceptional car. One of the things that was noted when he purchased it, and you'll see I go over this in the next segment of video, it states here it retains a 3-piece high back spoiler Copo 9796, which is available after April 20th of 1970, and it was built in the second week of May 1970. Anyway, we'll get you a good study here of the spoiler, because I know guys will have questions how it was mounted, that kind of thing. We provide enough information for anybody to make an educated decision about a car. Part of a very large collection. Probably said that a few times, but again, I do these in segments and I repeat myself sometimes. Exceptional. Anyway, hang on to the end of the video. We're going to cover documents up here pretty next, and then on to the undercarriage. Have a great day. All right, as promised during the walk around, we told you we'd go over some of the documents on the car, that type of thing, everything that we have. We mentioned how meticulous this owner was, and a lot of money was spent, 6 figures, restoring this car, even though it was a really nice car to begin with. Pretty much we're going to cover it with you here. We're not going to go over every document. We're going to share with you what you have. We do have the original buck sheet between the fuel tank and the floor pan of the car that was retrieved by the prior owner. I'll show that to you here. Here's where he purchased the car in November of 2007. The gentleman goes on to, we'll actually have a picture of this at Spud's Garage. He's a private owner. He's believed to be the 3rd owner. He's owned the car for almost 30 years. I'm just kind of cursory. The build sheet he retrieved from the car 4 months ago, and that was in 2007. Sitting on top of the gas tank, the build sheet confirms it's an original RS Special Z28 engine car. Anyway, it goes on and goes through the numbers, which we've cross-confirmed these numbers. COZ rear end 373, F41 suspension. The transmission Muncie stamp does signified by the stamp of the VIN number on the car. We'll have pictures of that there. Everything falls within the date code. We provide enough information for anybody to make an educated decision, but this one's about as real as it gets, I believe. Huge file, restoration file there, and a lot of other documents, but basically goes over the restoration. I added up just on the restorer alone at $118K. That does not include paint, which was sublet. 2009 Good Guys Muscle Car of the Year finalist. It comes with an original or a reproduction owner's manual, owner's guide. This is probably a brochure off of eBay. This is the service and overhaul manual. Looks like an OEM that's been around a little bit. Here's the original tank sticker. or buck sheet, whatever you'd like to call it. Here's the VIN number of the car, 522246. We'll get as good a scan as we can at Spud's Garage. I'm going to spend just a little bit of time on this, just so you see it. But also down here, you'll see that the Z28 Rally Sport package. I'm trying to get the light so it's not reflecting on you. The Z28 special engine in it. And of course all the option codes on the car, and it is an original 1414 Cortez silver car. So this is included. This is a window sticker. There was no mention of it in the ad when he bought the car. Otherwise that gentleman definitely would have brought that up. So I've got to believe this is a window sticker. It's probably a reproduction. You can buy them aged, I believe. But it basically breaks down the options on the car, and it's supported by its build sheet right there. He broke it down a little bit, circling the VIN and the option package on it. A couple other copies of that. Here's a copy of the data tag that was original, or that's still on the car, but pre-restoration. Transmission numbers. You'll have a great picture of that at spudsgarage.com. Block stamp, pre-restoration. Of course, we have all post-restoration pictures that match those. VIN number on the dash. We actually have one that's at the office, and we'll take a picture of that and put it at Spud's Garage, that has the original fan shroud apron sticker. Now there are reproductions on there. Anyway, there you have it. Go to spudsgarage.com. Sweet car. Hang on to the end of the video. I'm covering a lot more. All right, we got it up on the lift here. We're going to share the undercarriage with you. And in between me doing the video, so we got a little bonus at the end here for you. I was able to get a phone call just after I'd finished the walk-around video from the gentleman that sold this car to the current owner. Anyway, I asked him a few questions. He's a gentleman that had actually painted it yellow at the time, but he purchased the car and chased the car for about 1.5 years or so. And it was original paint, Cortez silver car, and he wanted a yellow car. And I can spend more time if you call me at Spud's Garage, but I asked him specifically about the tall spoiler on it. That spoiler had the original paint on it when he got it, when the car had the original sunburnt paint, and it spent its time in Texas. So there you have that. Take it from there. Anyway, we're going to share the undercarriage. We mentioned a full-blown rotisserie style restoration on this car. Authentic down to the paint dabs and chalk marks, that kind of thing. Very nice. We will go over all the numbers at Spud's Garage like we promised. It has original spiral shocks on it. They went to great lengths to get them, either get them rebuilt or NOS components. All the lines were redone. Brake lines were redone. The exhaust, all in a correct format. The floor pans are just beautiful in this car. There's nothing undercoated or hidden. Just a matte finish on it. They put the decals wrap around the leaf springs here. Rear stabilizer bar. Limited slip tag on the rear differential. It's a 373 Posi. M21 4-speed. I could talk all day about the bottom side of this car, about this whole car. But definitely go to Spud's Garage. We're going to have more photos. We're going to cover the numbers for you. We've covered the two major component numbers. We'll actually get the rear end here. Let me see if I can get a video light on here. With the numbers, we'll actually have a picture. The rear end differential falls into the date code. Into the date window. The transmission does. The engine does. Again, we're going to provide you enough information to make your own educated decision. Front disc brakes on it. Again, spiral shocks up in the corners here. I don't think you can see them. I didn't really need light because the doors are open. That's why I didn't turn my LED light on my camera. Come back up front here from a back view. We hope you've enjoyed the video. Definitely go to Spud's Garage. You'll see all the paint dabs on all the suspension components like they would have done from the factory. I'm sure some research went into that to mark this car correctly, or as correctly as possible. Anyway, go to spudsgarage.com. Have a great day. Give us a call. We're never any pressure. The rear end numbers are up here too, and we did take a photo of those. There you go. Have a great day. All right, we'll cover the rockers now. It should be about the end of the video. rockers in the wheels. Give you a detail of the wheels here so you Alright, there's the passenger side. Now the driver's side. Hopefully there's enough light on it for you. There should be. Anyway, go to spudsgarage.com where you're going to find plenty more. We'll cover the front here as the last of the end of it. Up on the lift, there you have it.